What if I told you that just a few months into his NBA career, the San Antonio Spurs may have realized that they had another franchise cornerstone, and at the exact same time, one of their biggest stars is trying to rediscover his game? Because that's exactly where the Spurs find themselves right now. Dylan Harper has looked confident, poised, and every bit like the player San Antonio envisioned when they made him one of the top picks in the draft. He's making plays, controlling the pace, getting downhill whenever he wants, and showing flashes that have fans dreaming about the future. Meanwhile, De'Aaron Fox has looked like a player still searching for rhythm, whether it's adjusting to a new system, building chemistry with new teammates, or simply shaking off some off-season rust. Fox hasn't looked like the all-star version Spurs fans were expecting, and that contrast has become one of the biggest storylines surrounding this team. So today, we're breaking down why Dylan Harper is thriving, why Fox has struggled early, why none of this is necessarily bad news for San Antonio, and why this could actually be the best possible outcome for the Spurs heading into the regular season. Let's get into it. Dylan Harper looks like he belongs. The biggest takeaway from Harper's early performances isn't necessarily the numbers, it's how comfortable he looks. Some rookies play fast because they're nervous. Others play slow because they're overwhelmed. Harper somehow manages to play at his own pace. That's incredibly difficult for a rookie. He isn't forcing shots, he's reading defenders, he's manipulating help defense, he's attacking closeouts, he's making simple passes instead of highlight passes. Those are veteran qualities. The game doesn't appear too fast for him. In fact, there are stretches where he looks like he's been playing NBA basketball for years. That's exactly what made him such a highly regarded prospect coming into the draft. His game has never relied on elite athleticism alone. It's built around decision-making, footwork, patience, strength, basketball IQ. Those skills tend to translate much faster than pure athletic ability, and that's exactly what we're seeing. The physicality has already translated. One thing that immediately stands out is Harper's size. He's a legitimate big guard. At around 6'6" with a strong frame, defenders simply aren't moving him off his spots. When he gets downhill, he finishes through contact. When defenders try to bump him, he absorbs it. When switches happen, he attacks smaller defenders without hesitation. That's a huge advantage in today's NBA. The league is full of lengthy wings. Smaller guards often struggle finishing against elite rim protectors. Harper doesn't have that problem because his strength allows him to create angles that other guards simply can't. The Spurs haven't had many guards with this combination of size and control. That makes him incredibly unique within their roster. His playmaking might be ahead of schedule. Everyone knew Harper could score. What has impressed many observers is how quickly he's embraced being a facilitator. He's consistently making the correct read, skip passes, pocket passes, kickouts after collapsing the defense, hit-ahead passes in transition. Nothing feels forced. He isn't hunting assists. He's simply reading what the defense gives him. That's exactly what San Antonio wants from its lead ball handlers. The Spurs' offense has always been at its best when the ball moves. Harper already understands that philosophy. That's remarkable for someone who's only beginning his NBA journey. Meanwhile, Fox is searching for answers. Now let's talk about the other side of this story, De'Aaron Fox. First, this isn't panic time, not even close. Fox has proven himself for years. He's been an all-star, he's carried offenses, he's won games almost single-handedly. Players don't suddenly forget how to play basketball. But adjustments take time, especially when you're joining a young team with an entirely new offensive structure. Fox is no longer stepping into a situation where everything revolves around him. Now he's sharing the floor with Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper, Stephen Castle, Devin Vassell, multiple players who also need touches. That changes everything. Learning a new role. In Sacramento, Fox was often the unquestioned offensive engine. Possession after possession flowed through him. He attacked relentlessly, controlled tempo, created nearly every advantage. San Antonio isn't asking him to play exactly that way. They're asking him to fit into something larger. That's harder than many people realize. Sometimes veterans struggle more than rookies because they're trying to break old habits. Fox has years of muscle memory. Now he's learning new spacing, new timing, new teammates, new coaching philosophies. That's an adjustment process, not a decline. Harper's emergence actually helps Fox. Ironically, the better Harper plays, the easier Fox's job should become. Think about it. If Harper can consistently initiate offense, Fox doesn't have to create every possession. He can attack against rotating defenses, catch defenders off balance, play more off the ball, use his elite speed as a weapon instead of constantly dribbling into set defenses. That's dangerous. One of the most underrated aspects of Fox's game has always been his ability to score without dominating the basketball. People forget how explosive he can be cutting, relocating, or attacking after someone else bends the defense. Harper may unlock that version of Fox.
The Spurs may have 2 point guards, or 2 lead creators. This is where things become really interesting. Forget traditional positions. Modern basketball revolves around creators. Can you attack? Can you make decisions? Can you create advantages? Both Harper and Fox can. That means the Spurs don't necessarily have 2 point guards. They have 2 offensive initiators. That's much harder to defend. Imagine Harper bringing the ball up 1 possession, Fox attacking off movement. Next possession, Fox initiates, Harper cuts. The defense never knows where the attack is coming from. That's exactly how the NBA is evolving. Positionless basketball, multiple decision makers, constant pressure. The Spurs are quietly building exactly that. Harper is already showing leadership. One thing coaches always notice: communication. Harper talks, he points, he directs traffic, he celebrates teammates, he keeps players engaged. Those aren't box score stats, those are leadership habits. Veterans notice that. Coaches love that. Winning organizations value that. Leadership isn't about age, it's about presence. Harper already plays with confidence, without appearing arrogant. That's an important distinction. Fox doesn't need to be the hero. This might actually be the biggest difference between Fox's previous situation and his current one. He doesn't have to save the Spurs. They already have Wembanyama. Now they have Harper. Castle continues developing. Vassell remains an elite scorer. That means Fox can simply be himself. He doesn't have to average 30 points. He doesn't have to dominate every possession. He just has to be efficient. That's where the Spurs become scary. When talented players stop chasing statistics and start chasing wins, everything changes. The bigger picture. This isn't Harper versus Fox. That's the wrong conversation. It's Harper and Fox. The Spurs aren't choosing one. They're building around both. Harper represents the future. Fox represents proven production. One gives you upside, the other gives you experience. That's exactly what successful organizations want. Young talent surrounded by established veterans. It's the same blueprint San Antonio has used for decades. What this means for Victor Wembanyama. Let's not forget who benefits the most from all of this. Victor Wembanyama. Imagine opposing defenses trying to contain Harper driving, Fox attacking, Castle cutting, Vassell spacing, Wembanyama waiting at the rim or stretching defenses beyond the three-point line. That's impossible to guard consistently. Someone will always have an advantage. Harper's emergence simply creates another decision the defense has to make, and every extra decision creates opportunities for Wembanyama. Why patience matters. Fans love immediate conclusions. One great game, someone's a superstar. One rough stretch, someone's washed. NBA development doesn't work that way, especially in July. Summer basketball is about experimentation, learning, building chemistry, mistakes. Fox struggling today tells us very little about what he'll look like in November. Likewise, Harper playing well doesn't automatically guarantee Rookie of the Year, even though I think he would have come really close to winning if he were a starter. Development isn't linear. There will be ups, there will be downs. What matters is the process, and so far, the process looks incredibly encouraging. The ceiling is higher than many expected. Before the offseason began, many analysts believed San Antonio needed another year before becoming a legitimate playoff threat. Now, the conversation is changing. Why? Because Harper looks ahead of schedule. Castle keeps improving. Fox is still capable of all-star basketball. Vassell continues ascending towards superstardom. Suddenly, the Spurs don't just have talent, they have depth, they have versatility, they have multiple creators. That's how winning teams are built.
Harper and Fox may actually complement each other perfectly next season, because if Harper continues developing into a reliable secondary creator, Fox won't have to carry the offensive burden every night. If Fox regains his all-star form, Harper won't be forced into responsibilities before he's ready. But he seems to be ready, or really close to being ready. But that is a discussion for another video. That's balance, that's depth, that's sustainable winning basketball. And for the first time in a long time, the San Antonio Spurs appear to have exactly that. The future isn't just Victor Wembanyama anymore. It's becoming Dylan Harper. It's still De'Aaron Fox. It's Stephen Castle. It's Devin Vassell. It's a roster full of complementary talent that finally seems to fit together. Will there be growing pains? Absolutely. Will there be nights when Harper looks like a rookie? Of course. Will Fox have stretches where he reminds everyone why he was one of the NBA's most feared guards? Without question. But if these early signs continue, the Spurs may have solved one of basketball's hardest problems, finding multiple players capable of leading an offense without getting in each other's way. And if that happens, the rest of the Western Conference should start paying very close attention, because San Antonio may be much closer to returning to contention than anyone expected. Do you think Dylan Harper will eventually become the Spurs' primary point guard, or do you see De'Aaron Fox remaining the team's lead playmaker for years to come? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.